This is Simi. Today, I'm doing something completely different. I'm taking this self-described drumming noob, Simi, and attempting to turn her into a pro drummer in 1 hour.
1 hour? Okay.
Now, Simi's not doomed or anything. Because she used to play rock band back in the day, she does have some basic coordination and a few simple beats under her belt.
What's it called when you hit the drums really fast? Paradiddles?
But can she actually pull this off and really nail a Chili Pepper song with so little time? Well, here's the plan. I'm gonna see what she actually sounds like on her own, give her some technique instruction and coaching, and try to get Simi playing like a pro on the song Danny California in an hour.
That was so good. Woo!
And we'll explain the hoodie later.
I want to see the before and after.
So let's take Simi's drumming to another level.
I messed it up.
Shouldn't be a problem.
So what I want to do with you is get you from playing the beat soft and timid to actually playing the drums strong, so it sounds like more pro.
More pro.
Simi might barely play the drums, but she happens to be a doctor of physical therapy, so I had a feeling her own expertise should align well with my teachings, since I specialize in technique fundamentals to help drummers play more naturally and prevent injury.
I'm surprised I didn't injure myself playing rock band, honestly.
So let's break down what Simi's learning to level up her skills. First, I'm giving Simi a proper rundown on posture, how to sit at the drums to be truly comfortable and have your arms ready to play anything at a moment's notice. The key thing here is that Simi's learning to be totally relaxed in her default playing position. This means that you're expending the least possible effort to sit at the drums and play from that first position. So we're going over how to sit, how to make sure your arms are totally relaxed, and how to take that relaxed feeling into every movement of your body.
I literally want you to be as lazy as you possibly can be.
I can do that.
So the thing here is that everything is just loose, you're not tight. So even though you're holding it up, you're not holding it. It's nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
Next, we're going over how to actually hold the stick properly. And that means paying attention to a bunch of key things so that you're in contact with the stick at the right places so you can have control over it without feeling like you have to hold on for dear life. One of the most important things you can do as a drummer is learn to hold the sticks in a relaxed manner so you aren't spending extra energy and adding extra tension into your body.
Yeah, rock band doesn't teach you this in the tutorials, just so you know.
Because if you're afraid those sticks are gonna fall out of your hands and you hold on to them too tight, then you're gonna injure yourself long term. And we can't have that. I'd rather Simi drops a stick every once in a while and is good at picking up the next one mid-song than have those sticks always in hand and never drop a stick. As you'll see later, these stick grip fundamentals are crucial for Simi to get the rest of the movements and mechanics that we're going through and then nail the song later.
Feels intentional. Felt like I was kind of mindless just holding the sticks like how I would hold a shish kebab. I don't know. But this feels like I already feel like I know what I'm doing just by holding the sticks the right way.
Next, the actual mechanics of moving the stick. And that means knowing what parts of your body to use to manipulate the stick. In other words, what hinges are we using? In this case, we're focusing on wrist strokes. We didn't have time to go into smaller and larger hinges too much, but more on that in a second. For these wrist strokes, Simi's learning to move just the wrist only, up and down. And when you isolate that nice and slow, it allows you to make sure that you can be relaxed in your grip while having complete control over the stick in this closed finger position. I have Simi focusing on German and American grip, which means the palm is down or there's a slight rotation to it. This is going to be the most natural way to execute these wrist strokes.
This is going to be our starting position right now. I want you to go slowly down, touch the pad, and then come back up. Watch me first. Slowly down via the wrist, touch, come back up. Nice. So we're isolating the wrist. You want to make sure you're doing a range of motion that's comfy. We're looking for as much relaxation, as much laziness, as little tension and strain as possible.
Sounds how you not get an injury.
Here I'm helping Simi learn to work with the natural rebound of the stick. This is another absolutely crucial step to getting great at the drums. It means you can cut the amount of energy that you expend on the drums in half. If you allow the sticks to rebound off of the drums and cymbals, then you only have to move down and the rebound of the sticks carries your hand back up for you. With enough speed coming down, the stick just pops right back up.
It feels good when you hit it right.
Feels right.
And you know when you hit it right.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, ew, 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 ah, ew, 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 ah.
The cool thing is that all I'm doing, if you take away the drum or the pad, is that. That's what it feels like. Totally relaxing at the end. And when you get a feeling for that, it transforms everything about drumming. But more about that in a minute.
Ooh, I think I'm getting it.
You are.
And here's the technique that's really going to take Simi's drumming to another level, and that is molar technique. We didn't have time to do an hour just on this technique like I usually do with my students. I gave her the cliff notes. I taught her what I call the puppet motion.
I want you to imagine that you're a puppet. Imagine there's a string coming off of your wrist. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that string. Good. So we're gonna go limp and just pull that string.
Yeah.
Doing that is basically the miniaturized version of the molar whip.
And when you do that, you can kind of whip. Oops, sorry.
And with that, you can get tons of volume. And Simmy's going to use that to get a more powerful backbeat with very little effort to execute it.
Okay, that definitely feels like a win.
And by the way, if you want to know all the details of what I taught Simmy to level up her drumming, there's a full 30-minute technique fundamentals lesson you can grab for free on my website. I'll make sure to put that link down below.
Yeah, there's like no tension when I'm doing this. It just feels like the only work is this.
Before we get to Simmy's final performance, let's roll it back to how she played before I taught her today. And Simmy wanted me to take a moment here to point out, she didn't even notice the snare wires were off. I just let her keep playing at the time. I wanted the before and after to be as true as possible. Okay, I think you get the point. So after we worked on our posture, grip, stick fundamentals, and how to get a solid sound from the kit, here's what Simmy sounded like on the song. Check this out. She's looking super comfortable and confident on the kit. Her grip is relaxed. She's got that gap between her index and thumb. You can see right here that she's lifting with her left hand from the wrist, getting it nice and fluid. And that's one of my favorite things to see, all those things together with my students. This is just awesome. Coming back around to the second verse really nicely. She hit those hits, came back with the hi-hat, love it.
That was so good. Woo!
Yeah!
That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
I am a student of Dimitri. I just want to see the video now. I'm just like, I want to see the before and after because it feels completely different. It's just like all the little things you're teaching about, like the backbeat, how I'm holding the stick. At a certain point, I felt myself tensing up my right arm, and I was like, relax. And then it was just like easier. And then like hitting the kick and the snare in contrast to the hi-hat to make sure not everything's just loud. It's pretty fun to think about, even though it's like a simple beat, but it's like everything's very intentional. And hitting this felt good. I was like, yeah.
You did amazing. You did amazing.
I have an amazing teacher and friend. This is such a good time. I'm convinced I'm getting drums in my life. I feel like a drummer. I don't feel like I'm playing the drums. There's a difference.
Now, of course, it's not perfect, but Simmy did amazing in her short time with me at Redbird Studios. And this is where she got in only 1 hour. Not bad. So if you feel stuck trying to improve the basics and you're not getting anywhere, check out this video where I'll show you the 3 crucial mistakes holding back 99% of drummers and how you can practice to actually get better.